question of yours. Before we do, though, I am Coach Mack, the founding health coach of Running with Bacon, where I help women feel like themselves again via fitness, one small step at a time. And like always, I am joined with Renata.
Hello, everyone. Okay, I'm so excited to be here. I'm Renata, intuitive nutrition coach, helping to empower women with their nutrition to not only nourish their bodies, but also their minds and their spirits too.
Love it. And today our question comes from Madonna. And I will preface this by saying, y'all, get ready. This might elicit some rants from one or both of us. So Madonna's question is, what is the biggest myth that you want to bust about nutrition and fitness? So Renata, you have the mic. Go ahead. What is the myth that you would like to bust?
Okay, this is one that I've heard a lot, especially from other personal trainers, mostly dudes, I will say. Nothing against guys, but the one that I hear the most that frustrates me so much is the reason why you're not losing weight is because you're not in enough of a calorie deficit. So yes, I have heard this for years, and it can work really well for some people, but there are some other people where they're already in a calorie deficit. They're already, minimizing and reducing and perhaps even depriving and starving themselves of food in order to reach some particular weight loss or aesthetic goal, and it is not working. For instance, I had a client who was overweight. She went to the doctor, and the doctor looked at her and was like, you're eating too much. All you need to do is go to Weight Watchers. I had another client that went to the doctor, and they said, you're eating too much. You need to do Whole30. And that makes me irate. That makes me so mad. Now, I have nothing against doctors. I have some doctors that I love, but honestly, most doctors, especially some general practitioners, are not well versed in nutrition. I was talking to a nurse today. She said, we do no nutrition classes, none, right? So the reason why I bring this up is because, number one, if you are struggling with weight loss and you go to your doctor and they just say you're eating too much, you need to do Weight Watchers or Whole30, and you believe that that is wrong, advocate for yourself. Get another opinion. Secondly, I will say, if you're really stuck on this whole idea of calorie deficit and you're like, I've been in a calorie deficit for a long time and it's not working, I encourage you, one, to increase your calories, because it's likely that your body is not getting enough nutrients, enough fuel, and it is literally holding on to fat because it doesn't want to lose it and then risk starvation, basically. It will cause your body to shut down. The second thing that I would recommend is looking at some other things that may be affecting your weight loss journey, such as hormones, especially for women. Hormones has a big impact on our overall health and well-being, not just if you currently have a period or a menstrual cycle, but also if you're going through menopause. Also, if you don't get a period and you are at an age where you perhaps should be getting a period, hormones have a huge impact on our bodies, and not just the sexual hormones that affect our menstrual cycles, also things like cortisol, which is our stress hormone. If we have too much of that, it actually makes it easier for the body to store fat. So these are all things that I look at with all of my clients. It's not just about the food that you're putting into your bodies. It's also about looking at the whole person. How much stress do you have in your life? How are you mitigating that stress? Because as we know, it affects other hormones. Where are you at in your cycle? Is your cycle regular? Are you taking different hormonal supplements, things like that? When we take into account all of these things, it's honestly not just about the calorie deficit. We have to start taking into account the whole person, and also stop just listening to people that say, oh, it's just this or it's just that. We are complex and beautiful and wonderful, unique beings, and we deserve a solution that fits us, not some cookie cutter solution.
Steps down from
Ran over.
No, it was so good though. I am not even going to address any of that because I agree. There's just so much more to it. I mean, if it was that simple, that'd be great, because then we would have such an easy fix and we would know exactly what to tell everyone. And it's just, the reality is it's just not that simple, clearly, because lots of us have issues. America has an obesity and overweight problem. If it was just a calorie deficit, we would know how to fix it. So it's clearly not it. So yes, I agree with your rant.
Yay! Okay, so what is your myth that you want to bust about fitness?
Yes. So mine is, and I don't know, I'm preface this by saying it's not really a myth necessarily. It's a stereotype that we tell ourselves about what a workout has to be in order for it to count as a workout. And so we have been brainwashed by CrossFit boxes. No diss to them, good on them. They're doing their thing. That's great. But by them, by different workout programs, by fitness models, by, all the people that are posting this stuff of like the most intense burpee, 30 minutes of burpees, and it was the hardest workout and I threw up and I did all stuff. It's like, you don't have to do that for it to count as a workout or to count as moving your body. So first of all, if you're throwing up after workouts, you're doing it wrong, because you should feel better after your workouts than you did going into them. Like 99% of them, that should be the case. Working out should feel good for your body, moving, and that's what we're meant to do. So if it makes you throw up, you're doing it wrong, okay? So that's number one. Number two is just that it has to look a certain way. So I actually had a member of my health coaching membership called Fit by Bit. She posted not that long ago about how she did a workout in her pajamas at like, I don't know, the middle of the afternoon before going to get her kids from school, because that's just the type of day she was having. And she was like, it has completely changed her perspective to start looking at workouts differently, that you don't have to be all done up in Nike head to toe, which again, I love Nike. I love Nike, but you don't have to be all done up in like the cutest fitness outfit, then, the newest crop tights and the best shoes and have all the gear and go to a gym and have a program and sweat and make it so hard. No, it can be a 10-minute body weight circuit at your house in your pajamas before you have to run and grab your kids. Like, it doesn't have to look the stereotypical way in order for us to get all of the fantastic benefits from it. And so it's my mantra. I say it everywhere in my group, on my social media, in everything that I do. If you are moving, it counts. So no longer do you have to go to a bar class or go swim laps at the pool or anything like that. If you are moving, it counts. So it can be dancing in your kitchen while you're stirring macaroni and cheese for your kids. It can be, literally, it can be that. It can be throw on some headphones while you're vacuuming. It can be that you, for some sanity, take an extra little trip around the block while you go to the mailbox and get the mail. So it counts. If you're moving, it counts, because all of that stuff adds up over time. It doesn't have to be this structured 30-minute or hour-long thing, because most people, that is what is keeping them from getting going. Who has an hour to go to the gym every day? Nobody. So then, well, I don't have an hour, so I'm not going to do anything. No, do something for 5 minutes, because it counts. That 5 minutes might turn into 6 and then 7 and then 8 and so on and so on and so on. Or it might be 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at lunch, 5 minutes in the afternoon. And before you know it, you're racking up minutes and minutes and minutes, and you've never even had to set foot in a gym. So a workout does not need to be a workout per se in order for you to get the benefits and get to your goals and start seeing results.
Ooh, that's so good. And can I just say too, like, one, I love that. And that's something that you have shared with me before. And I totally agree. We have this strange hang up on like a workout has to be something, right? Mm-hmm. The one thing that I will add to that is not only can your workout look like anything that you want it to look like, right? But it also stop beating yourself up when your workout looks differently than others. Like, I do feel like, especially as a mother, and I think we know a lot of mothers that have felt this way in the past or currently feel this way, is if I'm not going to the gym for 2 hours, if I'm not like sweating up a storm, if I'm not like lifting the heaviest weight and giving it like 150% every single time, then it doesn't count. And we have got to stop beating ourselves up, whether it be with our fitness, what we've done in terms of our workout on a daily basis, or if we've had a cookie that day. Like, I literally was talking to a woman this morning and she was feeling so bad about herself for eating M&Ms. I'm like, it's okay. And you always say this, like, that one thing doesn't create a habit. It's when you start doing it over and over again. And so we have to stop the habit of beating ourselves up and start the habit of accepting and loving what we do as a workout, or what we do as our nutrition during the day, instead of telling ourselves that we're not worthy, that we're not perfect, all these things. Everything counts. And we got to start looking at our health and wellness that way.
Woo, dropped the mic. I love it. And that is a perfect way to wrap up this question. Again, if you have any questions for us, reach out on Instagram. We put those little question stickers if you want to throw it in there, or if you just want to DM one of us, we will get your question answered on a future video. So thanks for being here and stay tuned for the next one.